Hey
Hey
guys,
guys,
how are you? We are Vacate Mode Travels. Thank you for joining us. That is Sarah. I am Alden. And today we are looking at the 10s to look for when choosing a resort for your destination wedding. So much goes into a destination wedding, and you only get one crack at it, so you got to get it right. You want to make it a unforgettable day, not just for bride and groom, but also for your family. So here are some things you should consider when looking at a destination wedding resort.
one of the questions we get asked the most often as it pertains to destination weddings is, do I need a destination wedding specialist slash travel agent slash travel advisor? And the answer is yes. And today we're going to be highlighting so many of the things that we help our destination wedding couples do. But one of the biggest reasons you want to opt for a destination wedding specialist is this is going to be a professional that is trained on planning destination weddings. When we look at a destination wedding planner, which used to be the big trend, they can cost upwards of $10,000 or more. When you're working with a destination wedding specialist, you are going to pay a fraction of that, and they are going to fill that role combined with the on-site wedding coordinator at the resort, which is usually a service that is complimentary. So we're going to be talking about all of those things today and how to maximize your budget, how to find you the best resort for your destination wedding.
Let's dive into it. Number one, comprehensive wedding packages. When you're looking at a resort, you want to make sure that they have pre-templated wedding packages. That way it's going to take a lot of stress off of you versus going a la carte. A lot of them will have multiple options too. That way you can see which one is the best fit for your special day.
One of the things as it pertains to wedding packages too is when we see these bundled packages, overall it tends to mean a cost savings for the bride and groom. So it really helps us maximize your budget. It doesn't mean that you can't still add other things into there, but it gives us a base to start with.
Number two, diverse and stunning ceremony locations. This is the fun part. What do you want the backdrop for your wedding day to look like? On a beach, mountain back, what do you want that to look like?
Keep in mind also when picking out your venue, most resorts are going to have several venues for you to choose from. A lot of times a beach option, a terrace, an indoor option. Keep in mind, what do you want in your pictures? When people look at your wedding photos and your pictures, what do you want them to see? This should help you guide your decision in picking that perfect venue.
Yes. Number three, almost as important as the destination wedding resort itself, the dedicated wedding team. These are the people that you're going to be working alongside to make it, doing the details of your special day. They're the ones that you're going to be pushing all that stress to and making sure that it's done right. So does the resort have a wedding team and a wedding coordinator assigned to you?
Also want to make sure that within that wedding team, they're competent, they're reliable, there's not a language barrier. These are things that are really important. They respond timely. We want to work with a wedding team that is going to be as invested into your special day as you and as we are.
Number four, group-friendly accommodations. Not only are bride and groom very important, but what accommodations are there for your friends and family? You're going to be there probably give or take 3 to 4 days up to maybe 2 weeks. What is there to do for your friends and family on the resort? Are you in an isolated area? Can you go off resort? Is there entertainment, live music? What is included with their stay?
Some of the other things to keep in mind is, are there going to be kids present at the wedding? Do they offer a kids club or any kids entertainment? Can parents drop the kids off and go enjoy a day by themselves? Is there close proximity to the downtown area or other cultural events? These are things that really go into that decision making. One thing to be aware of too is a lot of resorts offer a separate check-in process specifically for groups. So that is one of the things that we as a travel advisor can help you navigate through, is finding those resorts that are set up for groups and make that a nice, easy, seamless process, because that's what everybody wants when they're there.
For sure. Number five, and it kind of just piggybacks off that, inclusive amenities and activities. Again, what is there to do while your friends and family are there? What do you want to be doing? Entertainment, golf, spa services. These are the details that you want to look into so you know how you're going to be spending your time during your stay.
There are so many things that you can be doing at that resort. We really want to make sure that not only the bride and groom has a wonderful time, but their family has a wonderful time, so that this is a fond memory that people are talking about for years to come.
Number 6, accessibility and logistics. While you can totally decide where you want to have your special day, you do want to consider how far away is it, how accessible is it for your friends and family? Is it over an hour from the airport? Is there multiple flights and layovers to get to that destination? These are things you want to consider. Ideally, you don't want to be going longer than an hour from the airport. You want to get from point A to point B as easy and quickly as possible.
This is another thing that your destination wedding specialist or travel advisor can help with. We can help arrange private transfers, making sure that your guests are greeted upon arrival. They're taken right to the resort. They're not waiting for a shuttle bus filled with people. These are all pieces that we can help with and really make that a nice, seamless process.
Number 7, reputation and reviews. You want to do your homework, do some due diligence on the resort. What have other wedding couples said about this place? What are the reviews like? And are there recent reviews? You're always wanting to make sure that it's a reputable place and making sure that the people that have been married there have had a great experience.
One of the things, again, with working with a trusted travel professional, we only work with trusted brands and suppliers. So we are never going to jeopardize your day. We know these resorts, we have a relationship with them, and we are going to make sure that you have a phenomenal experience from front to back.
I like it. Number 8, customization options. This is your chance to let your style and personality shine through. Are you going to have customization options with your wedding coordinator? This is where the details come in making sure that everything is right for your special day.
A lot of people like to really personalize those wedding packages. So maybe they want to bring in outside floral or decor. There are a ton of companies that we can work with. But again, when picking the right resort, this is a big factor, is we want to make sure that that resort is willing to allow in outside vendors. And if you do work with outside vendors, what is the cost for doing that? A lot of resorts do have an outside vendor fee. So if you hire a photographer that is not affiliated with the resort, that there can be a fee for that. We always want to know what that is up front so the bride and groom can plan accordingly and they're aware of all of those expenses. We never want any surprises for our bride and grooms.
Yes. Number 9, weather conditions. Obviously, we would love to have perfect 75 and sunny degree weather during your special day, but it is something to consider. Location, time of year, and what is plan B if the weather is not cooperating.
A lot of resorts offer an indoor venue option, but when you're picking your venue, you really want to make sure that you look at what that indoor option is and make sure that you are going to be satisfied with that in the event that weather doesn't turn out the way we plan and works against us. By the way, rain is good luck on the morning of, so hopefully if you get a little sprinkling, it just passes on through. It did for our special day, but and we're still here, so hopefully it always works out, but be aware of what that indoor venue option is and make sure that you are satisfied with that option.
Number 10, offer great value, and that doesn't necessarily mean lowest price. It is our goal as travel advisors to maximize your budget, and we want to make sure that where am I going with this?
We always want to make sure that you guys are getting the most out of your budget. Even though weddings can be very expensive and you're spending a lot and you're investing a lot, not only time and money, we want to take those dollars as far as they go. And this is why we say you don't need a wedding planner that costs you tens of thousands of dollars in addition to using a destination wedding specialist like us. That is an opportunity for you to save thousands of dollars that you can put towards your special day. We're going to work with our clients to help them take advantage of any upgrades, perks, amenities, help them get any free rooms, any free ceremonies, anything that we can get our couples to help remove that financial burden on them for their special day. That is what we are going to do. So even though we want to get the most value for our budget, that doesn't mean we want the Walmart wedding. We want your wedding to be absolutely stunningly beautiful, but we want to maximize your budget and stretch it as far as it goes.
Bonus tip. Work with a resort that only does one wedding a day, or if they do have multiple weddings a day, is there one coordinator assigned per bride and groom?
When you're working with resorts that plan 5, 6, or more weddings a day, We just tend to notice that you don't get as much dedicated one-on-one attention, and they might be a little distracted with other weddings and couples going on, especially if there isn't a dedicated wedding coordinator to each wedding. So that is another thing that you're going to want to consider is what is the size of this resort? How many weddings are they doing a day? How many wedding coordinators do they have? Is there time in between the weddings? If they do multiple weddings a day, do they require there to be a minimum amount of hours in between them? Those are things that you really want to look for when deciding what is the perfect resort for you. Now, when you work with Alden and I as Destination Wedding Specialists, we are going to help navigate you through all of these steps and make sure that you are taken care of, you have the best day and the best experience, and we want to make that as stress-free as possible.
Absolutely. We hope you have found these 10 tips helpful. If you're considering a destination wedding, a honeymoon, romance travel of any kind, reach out to us. We would love to help you with that.
And if you have any questions that we didn't answer, put them in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. I'm going to link the full blog to this top 10 list so you guys can review it in case I went a little too fast or you want to get into a little more of the nuts and bolts. We hope you guys have a great rest of the week and safe travels.
Take care.